Hey guys, what's going on? FY My Pawn here, and welcome back to Go Create, the Goblin Baker series. It has been a hot minute, I would imagine. And honestly, I'm a little, still a little sick, but, my throat has gotten better, so I am confident that I can continue this with relative ease. For now, though, I'm just gonna pop the music on, and we shall go from there. Let's just turn the volume down to 5. There we go. Okay, so since I last recall from this stream, we have been doing a lot of End Lily farming. We've been trying to get that automated. We're going to try to semi-automate some machines for today, and I may even show a design that I have cooking up in the back of my brain in regards to when we finally get everything organized. But we'll have to see how things play out, because I'm not entirely sure how we're going to make this farm, but I'm going to try and make it work, and we'll see how things play out. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. So, what do I have planned for today? Well, obviously, as you heard, I'm trying to think of various designs to make the End Lily farm work. I do have something in mind. I have not tested whether it will work or not, but I think with how I've got it in my mind, it should work in some capacity. I'll have to see how things play out, but it's probably going to be a very... It's going to be a very unique design. I'll give it that. And it's going to take a... It's going to take on a very different shape from what we've been using farms for, but given the speciality of this farm, it's kind of going to be needed. So, we'll have to see how things play out with this farm, but if my hypothesis is right with this design that I've got going in my mind, we should be able to make this work. This is, of course, going to need certain things to make it work here and there, but it's obviously going to need water. But that's a given, right? And hey, I might be able to build it upwards, so that way I can just continue to automate it progressively as we go on. The only thing I am worried about is it not actually doing the job it's supposed to, because there's an instance where it's going to work and where it isn't. So I'm sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Regardless, we're going to go home here, and I'm going to set this thing up because we got quite a bit to do here. I apologize if it's going to be a bit laggy. That's just unavoidable at this point, so we're just going to roll with the punches as they come along. For now, we'll just put these little tidbits here away for now. We are going to ignore the machine downstairs for now, because we can't really do much with it just right now, but we will get to that in a bit. For now, though, I want to get the End Lily seeds specifically, because we'll need those for the farm themselves. Or the farm itself, I should say. As for where we're going to place it, I think right here is just perfect on the nose. It's going to be fine. At the very least, I like it here. So we're going to be making use of this little area here. Oh, bit too far, but that's fine. Alright, we are going to get rid of these trees, so that way we can start making this farm here. Just take out what we basically don't need. Alright, bit too much dirt, that's fine. Okay, we go over here. Chop down this wood here. Okay, we then get the dirt again. Pop up there, there we go. And yeah, there we go. We just break these down and we should be good. And this tree will go as well. And we should be fine now. Okay, there we go. That should be a clear enough space for what we're trying to accomplish here. We only need this corner, basically, so we'll take advantage where we can. Oh. Alright, we'll leave him alone. Alright. So first I should probably experiment to see whether this works or not. But first we're going to need something to sense when the crop is ready. So we are going to need a signal. So we're going to need a observer, I believe. Now, if I use an observer, this should be the trigger that we need, I believe, to proc what we're trying to accomplish here. So, if we take an observer here, we make that, and I'm going to need to test to see whether this works or not, because an observer is based off of a blocks updating process here, so we have it facing there, and if we get a... Let's get some redstone. We'll use redstone as both the proc and trigger. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this outputs the redstone signal, and this will output the direction of where the block will update. So we want to take advantage of that very block update. And this is going to be used in most instances when we are trying to harvest a certain block. Now, with how the farm will be working, we can't exactly utilize this on the same network as every other block. So we have to design it in such a specific way that relies on us using a single observer for every single crop. Which is annoying, I must admit, but if we don't do this, then we won't be able to harvest everything. So this will be honestly the fastest way if we just manually focus on every single observer this way. That said, we can find ways to manipulate things into our favor here for harvesting these things. For now, though, let's see how this farm's doing. We're probably going to have to get rid of it, though. But that's a given. I mean, so far it's doing well, from the looks of it, anyways. Okay. I guess we just break all these. Okay, so it seems like the only factor that's preventing us from growing full-on crops here is if there's a block on top of it. Okay, so the problem with this mechanism is that we can't have any blocks on top of the area that it's trying to go to. So if we make it like 2 blocks high, then it's not going to work out. So essentially this design that we've got here is obsolete, as we had, you know, previously thought. So this design is not going to work, period, in what we're trying to do, so I'm not going to bother, you know, trying to make it understand, so yeah. For now, though, what I do need to confirm is if a redstone signal is, well, triggered in this particular circumstance. So what we're going to do is we're going to grow the crops as usual. We're gonna need the, finally, did that thing, didn't it? It is not showing the text, though. 1 second. Odd. It should be showing stream elements and its, text. Give me a second, let me see if it's working. Okay, it is working. Okay, never mind. I thought the, stream elements wasn't, saying anything. My bad. No big deal. Alright. But I digress. What we are going to need is we're going to need the materials here of the end stone here. And we're going to be using that to our advantage. As for the design, we are still going to be using the mechanical plows, I think. So we will be still utilizing... We will still be utilizing those for the design that we got here. But we shouldn't need it for the endgame. But anyways, for now, what we're going to do is we're going to just seal this off. And we'll use this for another farm, probably. So we don't need this right now. So for now, what we'll do is just close up this, get rid of all the water, basically, and be done with it. Okay. Bit too much, but that's fine. It gets the job done regardless. Okay. Break these. And we should be good. Okay, we'll just stone this up now. There we go. And there we are. We'll find a different crop to take advantage of this machine, because it's still functioning properly. Like, we can make this work. We just gotta find a different outlet for it, but I digress. For now, the end stone is going to come with us, because it is still a required asset for us to take advantage of. Okay. Apologies for that. Just dealing with my cold, and I don't want to make any absurd noises. Okay. Okay, we hop up to here. We then clear this up. And we should be good to go. And there we are, almost done. And that is it. Okay. Now, as you can probably guess, this machine with the backpack is going to stay functional. And honestly, I may use it as a... I may use this as a way to actually get items to an area without having to, you know, automate everything like this as much as we have to. Because honestly, the automation as it is honestly working really into our favor, so I don't see a reason why we can't just keep doing that. To that end, I do believe I wanted to do something else today as well, which did require us going to the end, didn't it? But I've completely forgotten, to be honest, so I'm just going to focus on the End Lily farm, because I kind of want to try this new, you know, strategy I came up with, because I'm confident it can actually work in our favor. So I'm going to try and make it work, and we'll see what happens, ultimately. But I digress. Now, let's see. So if we go, let's see, we need to drop some materials off, so we're going to put all this random assortment of goodies away. We are going to need the... We're going to need observers, we need the mechanical plows, obviously. We are obviously going to be using the end lilies, so that's a given. Water buckets, yes. Are we going to use redstone? That is a debatable thing. I don't know. We'll have to think about that as we're building this farm, because I don't want to make it too big. I just want to make it functional. Okay, so with the observer in mind, what we are going to do is... Well, we're going to set it up. Alright, so we want to set up the building itself, so... That's going to be that block, so we want this to be... Well, actually, let's start by building the area that we want to work with, so we can start there. Okay, so logs. What do we got? We've got oak, we've got dark oak, we've got spruce. I'm going to use oak here, I think. Yeah, let's use a mix of oak and dark oak like we do the barn. And we'll use oak as like a accent more than anything. So, yep, we go 3. This is the outer end, so we're going to put 1 here. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We don't want to make it... I don't think we're going to make it too big. We're just going to make it functional within the area here, so... We're going to start with an observer. We want the observer here. Well, maybe not here. We'll face the observer there. There we go. Right. So the observer is going to mark down... Okay, so we want the observer to mark down a block here, so... This block here, in particular, we're going to need... Oh, we're a bit too far. We're going to take some end stone here. And we want the end stone to mark bottom here. And then we put some water here. And then we can put in the end lily. So once the end lily is put into place, we can then put... Yeah, so effectively what we do is we have a plow on the side, and that will break down the block here. And if we make it fast enough, it won't break the source block as a result. Meaning we would be able to restore the water pretty quickly. But worst case, what we can do is we can actually make a chain here. So what we can do here is we can have every other water block here be a source block here. So that way we can chain the process, so that way even if we do break this block, we can easily just revert it. And we are going to need to place a placer here, so that way we can put the... How are we going to place the End Lily seed, then? Because usually we place it on the bottom. So, usually the alternative is we take the top. So, what we'll need to do is we're probably going to need to do a... I think we need a placer on top, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove this. We're going to get some dirt here. There we go. Okay, maybe not there, but we can place it here, I guess. Okay, so... we are going to need probably a piston, even? We don't even need anything complex. We just need like a piston here to just cut it open and then cut it back. Just rinse and repeat. Because it's not this block that we have to worry about. It's the top block that's going to harvest after all. So if we actually do a piston, we can actually just circumvent the process of needing a plow in the first place. So what we do is we place a piston here, untouched, and then we put a simple redstone clock, well, like, we put a simple redstone mechanism down, and then we can just push it down, then break it, and the backpack will do the rest. And then we just make a line across, and we should have our means of a End Lily farm. At least I hope. It's going to be one of the more crude mechanisms, though, so I don't really want to use pistons if I can help it. Hold on. There should be a mechanism for create that will allow us to push and pull as we go. Then, of course, there's going to be a deployer that needs to be triggered every time it goes down, so... Okay, so we're going to need a deployer as well, so let us get that out, actually. We'll move this backpack in, because we don't need it right now. And we should be good, so let's see, deployer. We got drills. Here we go, a deployer. So we're going to want to place the deployer on top here, because that is the best we can place it at. Okay. Now, assuming this works, we are going to need to find a way to put in the seeds, which is going to be pretty obvious how we're going to be doing it. We're going to have End Lily seeds here. Alright, we'll put those End Lily seeds in. We are going to need to probably put in like a belt that goes around here to funnel these machines in. We'll probably have like a chute connected to the deployers that will just siphon out a single seed every single, like, 60 seconds or something. Goes through the belt, essentially. But we'll see. As to see whether it works or not, we are going to need a... We're going to need one of these valve handles, at least. So we're going to make another... We're going to make one again. Because we've already made one before, but we're going to use this for purposes of training. There we go. And even if it's provided power, it's not going to do more. Now, of course, we're going to need to wait for this End Lily seed to grow, but that's going to be fine. Because if it does work as intended, we should be able to harvest this with ease. Now we just need to find a way to extend it as appropriate to a redstone signal. Okay, there is the mechanical piston, which is not what we want. There's content observers, there's stockpile switches. That'd be interesting. An adjustable crate would be tempting, but not required. Let's see. Oh, right, I should probably, let's do a typical redstone switch here. So I'm going to do a simple redstone switch design that I'm familiar with. So we put a torch there. And then we put a torch here. Then we do a redstone here. That'll turn that on. And this should flip the design... I think. It should trigger when it starts the observer, but we'll see. Regardless, we're going to have to wait for that End Lily to grow, so we're going to place a torch there for it to at least have light. What we'll probably do is we'll have like a glowstone under the observer here, so that way it's getting constant direct sunlight, which is going to be beneficial for its growth, I would imagine. We'll do another torch just to be sure, and we'll go from there. But my hope is that it does do what I'm hoping it will, and it will grow, and we can make this a viable strategy, as it were. Okay, but anyways, I'm getting distracted, so let's move on to the next part of the plan. Okay. Well, there's a ton of ways I can go about this. Naturally, there is the mechanical arm, but that doesn't seem like a viable solution here. We need something to break the crops, or at least move something in a direction. I think the best course of action is to use a mechanical piston. So, a mechanical piston, once it's provided rotational power, can move blocks in front of each. Speed and direction depend on the additional inputs, but yeah. The point of these pistons is that it can pull back and forward, and if used in mechanism with a chassis, it can quite literally break something. The problem is it goes back and forward, which is not what we need. We need something that is, well, yes, we can use something that's pushing back and forward, but it's not going to work in this instance, I don't think. Not unless we can have it phase through the blocks, much like, well, actually, much like most of the machines that we do have working here. Yeah, because we can get it to work for this, can't we? So that's not a big deal. Okay, huh. I don't know. Let's get some glowstone real quick. Maybe I'm gonna need a bit of a brighter thing. Okay, so we're gonna get some glowstone here. We are going to break the block down here. There we go. And just in case, if it is a problem, we're going to place a dirt block there temporarily. So that way we leave it to do its thing. Now, my hope is with this design that we are able to make it work. Now, obviously it's going to take a while for just one singular End Lily to grow, so I'm not going to expect anything from it, but we'll have to see. But it should, with this condition, grow, to my knowledge. Does it actually... Hold on. Okay, so let's see. Pouch holdable food stuff. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't specify whether it needs direct sunlight or not, so I'm kind of hoping this is enough. I guess we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so... Well, it's currently 0%, so... Maybe if I... pick that up. Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone, and we'll have to see how that plays out, but... If I'm unable to make it happen, what we're probably going to do is we're going to leave it on there, and we'll see. My hope is that it's going to grow, but you never know. You never know. I mean, it grew just fine in those conditions, after all, but there was a lot of them around, so maybe that's a condition that we have to consider, but I don't think that's the case. But I digress. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just focus on what's at hand. Okay. So let's start by tossing a rotten flesh. And we are going to need to find a way to break this thing. I feel like that observer just blinked. Oh well. Okay. So obviously we need the mechanical plows to be the target here. So we're going to be focusing on that. Okay, so the mechanical plow is probably going to go here, obviously. Because the plow is the easiest way for us to actually make this work. Now, we need this to push this direction, or at least push that way. Alternatively, I can just straight up use a piston to make this work, but I'd rather not because of the noise it will make. Of course, it wouldn't be that bad because I have noises down so low, but it's a create mod. I might as well try and at least make it create heavy. Okay, so we got a... Oh, we do have mechanical bearings, we do. Let's see. Okay, so they rotate. Okay. In that case, wouldn't it be okay to have a 90-degree rotation every single time? So we have the... We have the... Yeah, we take the mechanical plow, we set it up to a mechanical chassis down below here that is meant to house the mechanical plows, say, one block over and one to here. Maybe not. Maybe not. At that point, we'd move this one closer and then have a mechanical plow here. And then we rotate it so it breaks this once it hits there. But at that point, you just set a block there, right? Or a slab, even. I mean, either way, we can make this work. So, that's fine. 1 second. Oh. Can you stop? I needed to turn the music back on, so apologies there. I just need to hit the repeat. Okay, there we go. And we just want to repeat one. There we go. Alright, so if we set the mechanical plow on its side here, and we get a rotational pull thing here, that makes it rotate 90 degrees in a certain direction, we should be able to make this work. Clockwork bearing would... I think the clockwork bearing is very... Okay, it rotates according to the hour of the day. Oh, okay. Okay. In front of the hour hand, a second structure can be added. Okay. Ensure the two structures are not attached to each other. Okay. The second structure will now rotate as the minute hand. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm not too concerned about that more than anything, but I am concerned about this mechanism that I'm trying to do. Okay, how about... Well, we're getting the mechanical bearing, right? But I want to rotate it 90 degrees and then 90 degrees back, so maybe not that per se, but we might be able to get a chassis working that'll rotate 90 degrees every single time, and then rotate back, which would equally work as well, given the circumstances here. I would, of course, need to probably set up some water here on the back here, just to make it look nice, but I digress. We should be able to make this work. Alright. Let's see. There should be, like, something that will allow us to rotate half the way. Where is it? It's not an adjustable chain gear shift, is it? I don't think it is. But we'll check. We'll check. Okay, they behave like chain drives, but what's the difference? When powered, the speed transmitted to the other chain drive... Oh, okay. So if you power it, it doubles the rotation speed. Interesting. When it's not at the source, its speed will be halved instead. Okay. Interesting. So if you use a... Yeah, you can basically adjust as you go, but I digress. I'm not too concerned about that, per se. I need something else here. I don't know. I know the mechanical bearing is something we need, or at least I think it is. Yeah, so as it stands, it rotates a full 360. Alright. Oh, sorry. Snorting. As you know, I'm a little sick, but... yeah. Alright. Can you control the rotation? When stopped, the bearing will place the structure in the nearest grid-aligned angle. Okay. This behavior can be modified using the wrench. Okay. It can be configured never to revert to solid blocks or only near. Okay. That isn't exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, so they'll attempt to keep themselves upright. Once again, the bearing will attach to the block in front of it. Okay. As a result, the entire subcontraction will stay upright. Ooh. Well, that's fun. Let's see. Movement anchors. Here we go. Yeah, no, I think the mechanical bearing is what we need here. Because it's going to provide enough of a signal to rotate here, and then we need the signal to rotate it back. Which is going to be a chore, to say the least. But that's just how it goes. I can only imagine that's going to be just a mess of wiring that I'd have to handle. That doesn't sound fun, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you there. It does not sound fun. Okay, And never mind the fact that this End Lily seed is not growing, which concerns me. Do I have to make sure it has, like, enough room to grow, or is there something else that's going on here that I have to be aware of? Because it was growing as well, much like everything else. Perhaps there is a conditional growth here that we need to keep in mind. But regardless, we're going to have to build this up either way, so... The only other way I can see this working is if we reverse the polarity using a... I don't think that's going to work, though. Put simply, we need to rotate it 90 degrees every single time, and then rotate it back. That is the mechanism that we need to pull off. Encase shaft. Okay. We don't need that. A gear shift would be a good solution to our problem. A clutch would also work, wouldn't it? Yeah, clutches rely on rotation in a straight line. If you apply redstone signal, it breaks the connection. Okay, so what I've got to do is I've got to hit up a mix of a clutch and a gear shift for this mechanism, basically. For one farm alone, that's going to be a chore, but... Or, I mean, one crop alone, I should say, is going to be annoying, but for the sake of multiple, it's going to be necessary. For now, though, let's focus on getting the farm set up. And getting everything set up to a degree. Okay, we're just going to break that. There we go. Hop up to here. Alright, well, let's put some more End Lilies and see if that helps some with the design here, but I highly doubt it. Let's see, where is it? It should be in this bag. Yep. So if we just quickly take out, like, say, 8 for now, we should be able to plant all these. And yes, now it's growing. Okay, so I do need something akin to sunlight for this to work. Alright, well, it's good to know that things are working in our favor, and yes, the observer apparently blinks, so that's an interesting development. We are going to need glowstone for these designs here. I think I can get away with torchlight, but we'll have to see. Oh. How did I place this then? What? Oh, right. Full block. I keep forgetting that water's different here. Okay. Apologies. Sniffles? Okay, yes, no. We place the dirt back. There we go. We then place in the water. There we go. And we should need lighting, I do believe, for this. So we should be good with just natural light. And this should grow as expected. So we will need an End Lily seed per, you know, cycle of this machine. And what we're probably going to have to do is we're going to have to... Honestly, I think the easiest way is just using a piston here. It'll save us a lot of trouble in the long run, and I'm not about to, you know, change what I know. I think it's just easier if we go piston here. It's probably going to be noisy, but I'd rather it be a little noisy than just tedious. So... piston it is. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, all we do is we then take the pistons here. There we go. We just place the pistons down. Like so. And all we gotta really do is rotate them into the right position, which is quite easy to do. Oh, whoops. That is not what I wanted to do. Alright, so what we do is we place the piston. Okay, no. We need to actually drop down here. Wait, seriously? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm not sure why that wasn't working. Okay, well, regardless. I guess we put them on their side here. And that is how we're going to be using these designs to a certain extent. Of course, we're going to need to place water here on the sides, obviously, given the circumstances. So we'll place a water bucket here, but other than that, what we do is we simply just rinse and repeat the process here. This is probably going to be the design. We're going to need to get some redstone under here to trigger this design that we've got in mind. But other than that, we should be good. I mean, yeah, all we gotta do is put some redstone here, get the proc here from here. And once these End Lily seeds grow, they just pop with the piston. Okay. Break these. Get some dirt. Alright, so now we've got to set up the redstone bits. So we put a redstone here. And now we need to set up the underground of this. Okay, well. So all we gotta do now is just place the dirt here, which will have the redstone line here activate, which will then go down from here, which is going to require us to go down, I guess, and we should be good. How do we do this beyond that? I don't know. Well, I could have a piece of dirt trigger it? No. We need a... I think we need a redstone torch here? Well, I could always transfer the signal. That's not a big deal. But again, with the redstone links, there's only so many limited combinations that I really want to use up. And honestly, that would be just a kerfuffle to do. If I could, I would link these machines together, but that would just mean that this End Lily seed would also break this End Lily seed, which would break the entire chain, which is not something I'm willing to risk just for a single crop. So we want to take advantage of it, but in the right way, preferably. Alright, but anyways, we take that crop then, we take the design that we've got in hand, and it should work out. We'll have to see. But I mean, these things are growing, so that's good. Okay, Well, I mean, torch would be the way to go, wouldn't it? So Okay, let's put the backpack here. There we go. Okay, so currently that's powered. Okay, And that would power that. So if we were to give this a redstone signal, let's get some redstone here. Okay, maybe not there, per se, but I might be able to get this working. Hold on. If I place the dirt here, we get some... Get it like that. And then can we go down? Okay, we place the dirt there. And we'll see. It depends wholly on this, really. Okay, we get the trigger there. Okay. So now it's unpowered, basically. And then I do a torch here, which provides power. And if I break this, just so it's, you know, working in tandem. And let's say I put a block here. Okay. Okay, that will be off. Okay. Nope. That is not how I'm supposed to do it. So if we just... Alright. This is probably going to break the crop, but it will set the redstone to be correct, I think. So we just need to put the redstone torch here. That is going to break the crop, obviously. That's fine. We're here to experiment, after all. Now, if we place a torch here... Nope, nothing happens. Okay. Okay, so redstone torch will trigger that. Okay, so let's say we put a block there. That would count as a trigger, wouldn't it? Okay, so it wouldn't trigger the redstone torch, though, is the problem. Man, this is complicated. But hey, that's just how the system of this machine works. You gotta figure out how you're gonna power this. Well, I mean, we can do normal redstone and it should do the same exact thing. It's just, yeah. I mean, yeah, if we do this, it's still going to go under. Alright, there we go. Okay, maybe I can shorten this, actually. Okay, well, if I do this, I can simply place redstone there, redstone here. Okay, redstone here to... I might be able to get away with this. Now, what happens if I use a redstone torch here? Okay, no trigger. Okay. At what point is it not connecting? Okay. So it stops connecting there. Okay, so this design is inherently flawed, basically. Okay. Maybe I can get rid of the middleman entirely and use a redstone torch. That would save us a lot of trouble. Okay. Well, I mean, this would activate it, so there you go, but this will turn it off. There we go. So if this turns on, then it will provide a redstone signal, but it won't trigger the torches under there. So this kind of defeats the purpose of having it. Okay, so we can't use the redstone torch method here, but can we do something else here? Well, I mean, the alternative is I just literally dig a network down and just... like this. Which, I mean, yeah, it could work, actually. Yeah, this would be the easier way to go about it. Not the best method, but it's still a better option than what we've got currently, so... I just hope I have enough signal to make it happen. Ow. Take them out. And all we gotta do is just... Right, we gotta connect it, don't we? So... don't need it there. Okay, let's see. We can do this. This. That won't do us any favors. So we need to go a bit further by 1 block. And then this. And finally, well, this, I guess. There we go. Alright, and this would do ourselves the favor of cutting it open. And we just need to rinse and repeat this process, which, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna suck doing this. Kind of wish there was a easier way to go about this, because if we don't find a way to minimize it to 1 row, then we're kind of stuffed. I think I can minimalize it some degree. Let's see, if I do a double torch here, it might work. Okay. Huh. God, this is so annoying. I'm really tempted to just make it easy on myself and just use those network beams, because really that would be the easiest way to handle this. You know what? Bugger it. I think that's just going to be for the best. We can organize, you know, some sort of, like, unique network design regarding it, but we'll have to use obscure blocks, I'm thinking, so we're definitely going to have to use obscure blocks to get this setup done, so yeah, we'll try variations of End Lillies seeds and, I don't know, hopper handle valves, because when am I going to use that as a, you know, specific method? Yeah, so let's just close this off. We've got a better method anyways, so whatever. And the best part is that we could just put this on top, so that way it just leaves more room for us to build through here. 3, 4, yep. And then we can just set up like a blockade here. So what we can do is we can put something there. So let's put some stuff away for now. We'll just put the dark oak and the normal logs away. Put the bone away because I don't need that. And let's just make a bunch of the mechanical things that I wanted. We'll get a bunch of pistons because obviously we're going to need those. We are going to make a ton of observers. Okay. Apologies for that. I've just got to do something real quick. Okay, I'm back. Apologies for the delay. We're just gonna get a bundle of these, I guess. 14 should do it, but we're probably gonna need a lot more given the circumstances here. But I digress. The core of these machines are going to be dedicated towards the redstone links, which is going to require a ton of bronze, but bugger it. I'd rather this than having to deal with what we're trying to accomplish. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to set a redstone link here. And there's going to be one on here as a receiving end. And we're just going to simply rinse and repeat this for observers. So what's going to happen is we're going to put an observer here. Put this here. That's going to be the receiver. This, well, that's going to be the signal. And these are going to be receivers. Like so. And we need only repeat this process as we go through. Glowstone is obviously going to be used as a temperamental change here, so it's going to provoke these into action. My hope is that the redstone links do not break when they trigger. So we'll have to see how things play out. But we are going to use copper valves and End Lillie seeds as the focal point here. So frequency 1 is going to be that. Frequency 2 is going to be that. And then we'll have frequency 3 be 2 of the seeds. And then we'll micromanage between the copper valve as well. And that should trigger off a chain event of reactions. Okay, we are going to obviously need more though, so that is a given. See, we have 2 more redstone links that we can take advantage of, so we're just going to set these up. Alright, so first signal, second signal, third signal. Then we are going to use a copper valve here. Let us get 2 more glowstone, and then we will assemble the rest of the machine. Okay, we get the 2 glowstone here. It is a bit of an awkward design, but it will work for our favor. Okay. Now we just set up the observers here. Then we set up the redstone links. And we use the copper handle here. And the double seeds here. With this design in mind, we're just going to casually break these. There we go. And we'll have to see if this makes it go automatic from henceforth. My hope is that it does. But we will see as we set up the backpack here. So we will have the backpack probably in the middle here. And that's just going to suck up all the seeds there. Of course, we're going to have to set up another machine. Oh, they are raising their eyebrows. These observers are being sus. Alright. But yes, no, these End Lily seeds will grow on their own time. As you can see, they're already sprouting and causing a ruckus. My hope is that the observer updates the block on top as it appears as a block. Because if it does, then it will trigger the End Lily seed to pop off. To that end, what we're going to do is we are going to need a mechanism that it automatically going to plant the seeds. And as a result, we are going to have a belt running across the top above these things with a chute under the belt to suck up any End Lily seeds that, you know, come into contact with it. Of course, what we're going to have to do is we're also going to need to set up a way to pass on the seeds over into this belt, but that just seems like a whole lot of mess that we would need to organize, which I'm not really fond of right at this moment in time, but I digress. For now, though, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the last bits of this machine, which is going to be the first row of probably multiple that is going to be lined in this very specific area. And to that end, actually, we could probably actually use multiple observers here in close proximity. And this would still work. I don't even need to have them spaced out like this. This actually just works on its own because it's such a simple contraption. So, honestly, what I could do is I will take these all, and what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to set up all these as pistons. Okay, what we'll do then is we'll just take this, put a piston here, 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 and here. There we go. We'll get rid of the dirt between these things. Okay, we'll just close this up because we don't need that open. And now we just got to set things up, basically. So all we need to do is set up the end stone here. There we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess 9 are fine. But I think I want to go an extra mile with this, so we'll have to think about how much observers we're willing to put on the line for this. But I digress. We will just set things up as we have been. Oh, whoops. There we go. All we've got to do now is just set up the mechanisms and we should be good. Okay. 3 goes here. 3 goes here. Trigger these as receivers. And then we take the seeds in the bag. Specifically the 5 here for now. Okay, we are going to get the copper valve involved here. There we go. Okay, double there, and then top and valve. There we go. Okay, to that end, all we've got to do from there... Yeah, this is 4, so this will be... Yeah, it goes in. It's fine. Take that. Now, if we take the End Lily seeds specifically and place them there, that should be fine. Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting situation. The question is, how far does this backpack work? Because that dictates how much room I'm going to have with this design here. So let me go check the farm, because that was a clear indicator of how much space I had. Let's see. So from here, it's 1, 3, 5, 7. So, yeah, so 1, 3, 5. No. Okay, so it's a 7 by 7 maybe? Or it might be larger, as far as I'm aware. So I'm going to assume it's going to be a 7 by 7 design. So we will have to build in accordance to that. So let's see. A 7 by 7. So... Yeah, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it doesn't show a lot potential here. But yeah, no, this would be the center, basically. So we'd have 7 blocks out this way and this way, I think. So as long as this guy is within 7 blocks of these guys, we should be good. So for safety measures, we're probably going to also include the Pistons, so that way it also covers these crops. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this will be the center, basically. Or at least one side center. Okay. So that'd be the center area, roughly, and then we need the design here, so I guess we can focus on the piston part here, so we need to go here, so... Oh, you just spawn right in front of me, don't you? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to put a stone block here, because this is going to be 7. And it's going to be our focal point here. So, with 7 being the focal point here, and this being the center, we theoretically... Okay, so we don't have enough room, theoretically, to place another row of farms. As far as I can tell, anyways. Unless we are willing to give up the space of the piston, which I think I can relinquish here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this back 1, just to make it possible so that way we can get more farms. Okay, so we take this, place it there, there we go. This will be the center, and this will allow us enough room to place pistons on this side. It'll allow us to place another row of lilies, and then it'll allow us to place the observers here in a fine, compact row. And this will give us a chance to make 4... Well, no, this will give us a chance to make 4 rows that are... How big? It'll give us a farm of 15 by 15 of observers working overtime just to give us what we need. Which is an interesting design, but an acceptable one. So yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can get 6 more, basically, in this row. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright. And for dirt, just so we say we have been using it, we'll just move this over here. We will need to do 1 block out, though, just for the sake of the design, because otherwise we won't be able to make the building properly. So that is something that we will need to accept is going to happen. Okay. We are going to need to cut these open a little bit, so that way we get the little blocks going in. Okay, so we get that block there. There we go. And then we just break this down, because we need those blocks for the end stone. So we just plop these down. There we go. And all we gotta do now is just transfer the water. Okay, so we do this. And there we go. The water has been transferred and we are good to go. This does mean that we have a ton of signals that we've got to run over. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to need a ton of redstone links, so this is going to be a brass-heavy material that we are going to be utilizing, but for the sake of the machine, we are going to need to do this. So we will fight for our chance to make this happen. Alright, so in order for us to make this farm as perfectly as we possibly can, what we are going to be doing is... Well, obviously we need more brass plates, so that is going to be the first objective. So we're going to... Okay, so we got a bunch of brass sheets already. Okay, we can make about 16 more. We're going to take a stack of 32, just in case, for later. But for now, what we're going to use is we're going to set up the redstone links. Because the more we set up, the better. Okay. Okay, we're going to get some dirt here real quick. Place that down. So that way we can get the pistons in place. We don't need that one open, because that is not going to be a piston place. So now we just get the pistons in play. So give me a second. Okay, we're going to take all these pistons here. Thankfully, we managed to get a ton. We've also got 10 extra on standby, so that's good. And it appears that the End Lily seed did not trigger the update that I wanted. So the observers are out of whack, unfortunately. So our design there is flawed. But I do think the piston idea is still viable. We just need a different type of observer here to make this happen. And besides, this wasn't even set up, so it's still possible. Okay, so we just get the redstone links here. There we go. Now, if we take the seeds and we take the hopper valve, we are going to do a rotation on this design. There we go. Top and down. Okay, now we do the very obvious wheel cheese here. So, wheel, wheel, oh, double wheel. There we go. Alright, now we get dye involved. Alright, so let's start with a red valve here. So that might help us here. So what we do is we cancel that, do this. Nope, we use a red tulip then. There we go. And we use red dye with the copper valve, I guess. Or how do we do this? Ah, we just do it on the top. There we go. Cool. So we're going to start with the red valve here. And yes, we could use multiple valves just to solve this problem, but we're going to use End Lily seeds for the main part here. So End Lily seed, red valve, End Lily seed. Then we do the red valve on top, red valve on bottom, and then double red valve. Okay, so okay. What? What happened to it? What? Where'd it go? Well, that's a bug. Okay. So apparently it's bugged in such a way where... Oh, there you go. That's weird. I guess it just decided to place. Oh well. I really do hope this works though, because it's gonna start being annoying if it doesn't. And this grew, and it did not trigger the observer, so that's not good. Okay. Oh, sorry, I've been muted for a bit, my bad. Okay, so looking at the design, it's not going to work with what we have in mind. That is not good. That does mean that we are in a situation where we're going to need a different type of observer. Okay, so there is a few types of observers. Let's see. Well, The content observer would be the easiest way to handle this, but I don't think that's going to be good enough. So, we're in a situation where we need to figure out what can be done to identify a growth tick from an End Lily seed, or not. You know, thinking about it, does it have... What if it triggers, but it's not actually picking up from the Redstone link? If that were the case, then it's not so much the Redstone link that's the problem, it's the observer's not picking up on the signal then, which wouldn't be a good thing. Okay, so the backpack's not picking it up. That's not a good thing. Okay, so we need to go a bit closer here, I think. Okay, I don't think I will be able to make it as big as I wanted to. Let's see, what happens if I throw one here now? It disappears, okay. And what would happen if I were to put it back where it belongs, over here? Okay. Wait, did it trigger? No, it didn't. It didn't. Never mind. Okay, so let's see. If I put the bag back, and I were to drop another seed here, okay, no, it's too far. Okay, so it could trigger one block back. Okay, so we need to pick this up. Okay, and it's going to work if we put it over here. At least I think it will. And let's see. Yeah, it disappears once it hits that, so there you go. Oh dear. Okay, so I see the problem here. Okay, so... Oh no. God, things are just going awry. Hold on. God damn it. Stop breaking more than one. You know what? Let's use our hand. Because we need to be accurate here. Okay, so... First, let's start with the water, because that's, you know, pretty obviously a thing we need to do. Okay, there we go. Okay. So with this now, with the design that we've got going, we need to figure out how we're going to break this, because it's when that's... It's the braking motion that triggers it. So the braking motion to the piston breaks it open, and it will immediately shoot right back out. But it does work. That is the given thing here. It's the problem that the observer is not registering a... It's the difference between a observer registering a block and a registering an item, I believe. So we need to find a way for the pistons to pick up on a... We need them to pick up on a tick that would indicate that an item is there, which it's not going to, I don't think. There is the Destructor, which would automatically destroy the crop on top, which would ultimately trigger the crop on the bottom. I don't think that'd work as we want it to, because obviously we'd have to... Well, I mean, we could put the redstone links on the bottom of the pistons, and then we could have the destructors on the side. Or better yet, we could have a double set of pistons with a link to... But the pistons would need a trigger, is the thing. And I think that'd make a bit too much noise for me to handle, which wouldn't be that great. But in turn, we would be able to place a... We could get the End Lily seeds automatically placed down, which should work in our favor. Well, I mean, we're already doing pistons at this point. What we could do is we could do a... What we could do is have the redstone links set up on a signal where they just focus on their individual signal, where they break the bottom, which is the biggest problem that we had with most of our designs. Then we can have a piston on top working. Oh, hello. Yeah, we're just gonna quickly get some rest. Yeah, I'm slowly working it out. But by the time we are finished with the day, I should be able to make this machine, which should be able to, well, automate the machine that we're trying to make. So, yeah, I guess we're going to have End Lilies, which should work. But yes, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to pick up these. Every single one. And what we're going to do is we're going to put them on the bottom instead of the top. So that way we can place in either destructors or something else entirely, which we could probably do pistons, which would be the cheap option. It really depends on us at this point. Because we could do a... Honestly, what we could do is we could set up a chain of redstone here, and we should be fine. But either way, we're going to need to set up with the backpack in mind, so it needs to be 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Wait, hold on. So that's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, no, it's an 11 by 11, basically, design instead. Which doesn't do us any favors for this design here. But I mean, we could do the observers on the top instead, and just have them there. And that way we can have the... Why don't we do the observers on top? That is right. We need to actually have the deployers placing into plants to begin with. So we can't have them on top because the deployers need to be on top to place the plants, which in its own right is just going to help us in the long run. But yes, no, what we need to do is we need to set up some pistons here. This will be the cheaper option for us in the long term. And the top pistons here are going to be responsible for dealing with the topmost part of the crops. We'll have them running on a signal of redstone on top of the machine itself, probably. And we will have it run on a minute duration, let's say. Can we put redstone on top of these? Yes, we can. Okay. So redstone can go on top of the pistons. Will it break the redstone if I, you know, use one? Oh, okay. Okay, so oddly enough, it doesn't trigger the exact same type, but that's fine. What we need it for is just to get the redstone signal across. So I'm fine with that. Let's get 32, because we don't need that much for what we're trying to accomplish here. Now, if I'm correct in assumption here... Okay, so wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we put a redstone signal here, it is going to break the... Okay, so... Does it break this? No, it does not break the redstone torches. Okay, so it's only going to break the redstone if we do it, which kind of sucks. But there are ways around this. Okay, so for starters, what is going to stay and what is going to go? Let's figure that out. Because I know there's other types of redstone that we can rely on. I think. Okay, so we got redstone torches, we got multiple types even. Got a redstone randomizer, a redstone link. There is redstone contacts, which, I mean, provides redstone in a, you know, linear fashion. Honestly, I could probably set up something that would allow it to just run on a cable, and it would just trigger each one individually in like a weird fashion, which would be interesting to say the least, but that's not. I can't be bothered to do that sort of effort, to be honest, so we're not going to even try it, or even consider it, dare I say. Okay. Apologies for the sniffles. Okay, so... we need to get rid of... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Okay, let's get rid of the ones that are not going to help us. So, from here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... There we go. That'll be our limiting factor here, with the design, obviously. So we will have extra in excess, so that is fine. And I guess we will have to probably alter the design here just a little bit so it rotates across and around. So that way we've got like a little network running around doing our, you know, work for us. And then we'll have, of course, the backpack funnel out, and, well, that'll add to the system of, you know, lilies and all that in an infinite fashion, but I digress. Okay. This is such a crazy farm. Okay, what next? Sorry. Bit of a sniffle again. Okay, let's see. Right, we are going to try a redstone repeater here, and that might hold out as compared to a just simple redstone. But let's see. Okay, so if we put a redstone repeater right here, let's say, put a redstone torch, it will break the repeater off the network. Okay. So the only things that are going to work here in this regard are either redstone links themselves, which have shown that they are very resilient, or we find another method to establish a network of redstone to the pistons atop without breaking the connection. The alternative is obviously back, but... yeah, I mean, I guess we can put the redstone on back. It's just we're going to have to make this a little bigger, as expected, so... we'll have to make it like a... well, I mean... Let's do it. Let's see if it works this way. It only triggers one. Okay. So in this, you know, scenario, it's only going to proc one, unfortunately. So that isn't exactly what we want, though. We want to trigger everything all at once, which... I mean, I guess I could just spam redstone links again. Like, there is nothing stopping me from doing so. And you know what? I'm probably going to follow that. Yeah, look, we'll follow the same logic that we did with the redstone links on bottom here. Okay. The only difference is with these, they have a specific parameter, whereas the ones on top are going to be dedicated to a specific, yeah, the ones on top are going to have a specific signal that is going to rotate every minute, that is going to trigger every single piston, and it will immediately snap off shut, and it should provide us what we need. To this end, we are going to provide the redstone links here, and set these up, naturally. Okay. We want these on receive here. Oh. Need to get the wrench for this. Okay, receive, receive, receive. And let's... For the sake of my sanity, let's just make another wheel, I guess. For the purposes of the, you know, redstone signals. So basically another copper valve, ultimately. There we go. Now we've got a red one and we got another one. So now we're going to put the deployer away, we're going to put the mechanical plow away. We'll put the observers away for now. We'll put the pistons away for now, and we will go from there. And we're just gonna set things up. Okay, we'll get the copper valve and the red valve. There we go. And hey, we can actually do the red valve tactic as well, so there's that. Honestly, I'm half tempted to do the red valve and whatnot instead. So yeah, let's just do a bunch of colored valves instead. Alright, let's move this. Okay, so we've got red valves and copper valves. Okay, so we've gone through the red, we've gone through the mixed, gone through the copper. Now all we need to do is the End Lilly version, which is End Lilly, bottom End Lilly, and double End Lilly. There we go. So we'll start with red, then move our way forward. Okay, so this is frequency 1, this is frequency 2. So 1, 2, 1 and 2. 1, 2, then ignore. So 1, 2, oh, whoops. Take off the wrench. Okay, so 1, 2, 1 and 2. Alright, 1 and 2. There you go. Yep, so that's organized. Then we do the copper version, which is 1, 2, and 1 and 2. Then we do the End Lily seeds, which is 1, 2, 1, and 2. And then we set up the End Lilies for that, but I digress. That is another thing entirely. And you know what? We're probably going to use the Powder of Ender and the End Lily leaves for this. Or maybe just the Power of Ender, honestly, for this specific recipe. Might as well, right? We're doing it already anyways, so there you go. Okay, so in order for us to activate every single piston here, we are going to need this to be receiving signals. And we're obviously going to need more redstone links, so we're just going to take the brass that we got currently. We're going to jump down here and compress them down into workable forms. Specifically, we split this brass there. There we go. Split this one here. There we go. They'll press into plates before long. And we will simply use those plates to make more of those networks. Which means we'll have a complex network that is going to just, by reaction, trigger every single time. Alright. Take those. Take those. Let's go home here. There we go. We are then going to open up our wireless crafting grid. We are then going to make... We're going to make the machine that we need, which is... where? Here we go. We just make a bunch of redstone links. It seems like we can make some more, so we're going to do that. There we go. 32 should do it. Oh, hi. Okay, we'll deal with them. Alright, so 32 links should be enough for what we're trying to do. Or at least one part of the farm anyways. And all we've got to do here is just mark everything with the Ender sign as a receiver. Okay. We take the wrench here. We want all of these to be on a receiving signal. There we go. All we do is just use Powder Ender as the double frequency. There we go. And just finish off like so. And, oh, there we go. And that is going to be the receiving signal, to which end we are going to go underground, I think. Because obviously we're going to need... That endo, however, we're probably going to move it into the middle, just in case. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the redstone link, compare it to the distance here, place it there. This should have enough signal to trigger, but we'll have to see. And what we'll do is we'll focus on going to the entrance here for design-wise. But all we have to do now is provide it a signal power that's going to trigger once every minute, I want to say. So, what we need is we are going to need a adjustable pulse repeater, actually. Okay, so we're going to need an adjustable pulse repeater, which is going to require a pulse repeater itself. And an adjustable repeater, which requires a clock, which we should be able to make, like lickety split. Then we make the adjustable repeater, which allows us to make the adjustable pulse repeater. Now, all we gotta do is basically align this. Well, maybe not here, but we're gonna move this back a bit further there. There we go. We're going to place a redstone here. We're going to set up a redstone repeater. Thankfully, we've already made one, so we're going to put this on the lowest delay possible. I want to bring this up to a high delay all the way up to a singular minute, let's say. Every 1 minute, these pistons will proc, and they will destroy the tippy top, which will allow it to destroy items, which the observers will pick up, which means that they will pick out the specific type of thing, and because of the way the backpack is set up, it's going to instantly vacuum anything, so it shouldn't trigger any of the side bits in any sort of capacity. My hope is that it will work that way anyways. Theoretically, I could probably reduce the chances of it misfiring, but I am confident that we'll be able to handle it all the same. So we shouldn't need anything extra here, I don't think. At least in my opinion, anyways. Apologies, give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. Apologies for the delay. Okay, where was I? Ah, yes. The trigger. How do we want to proc this? Because this requires a minute of, you know, power adjusting to it. After all, and then it needs to turn off, doesn't it? I could do a sticky piston here, couldn't I? What I could do is I could do a bit of a sticky piston situation where I have a redstone dust here, so that way it's linking to the adjustable pulse repeater. And then anytime this goes off, it will push a sensor out of the way, which I've actually got the idea for a sensor on what I want to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to move these here. Well, actually, maybe not this way. I got an idea, put simply. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a pull here. And if I'm right, I can... Well, maybe not even... If I do it like a cross-section, like so, I should be able to get a sticky piston and make it work. Alright, so we need one singular sticky piston here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this sticky piston here, and we're going to put it right here. Okay. We dig down 2 blocks here, so that way we can access the back here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a redstone link here. And we want this on receiving duty, essentially. So what's essentially going to happen is we're going to trigger this by using the powdered thing here. And this should basically take the block that we're using here, and it'll trigger this to push out of the way. So that way it cuts the signal off from the redstone, and thus prevents it from going back. And then it can charge back up again, which will just rinse and repeat the process. So, well, let me show you, essentially. So, what we need is we are going to get... Okay, so, apologies. We need 2 redstone contacts. So, the redstone contacts are going to work in tandem with one another. It's going to charge for a singular minute, to where it's going to start proccing everything here, because these pistons will not break the redstone circuit that we have set up. And yeah, it's going to power up until it hits that signal, to which case it's going to proc with enough energy to hold it out long enough for these pistons to break the object that they're trying to break. And given enough time, assuming I am correct... Yeah, let's just wait for a moment. Apologies if I'm going to be a bit, but this needs to be, you know, confirmed. I probably could have left it for like 10 seconds, but eh. Yep, there we go. It just resets the entire thing, and it's basically good to go. For the moment, we're going to break that redstone signal. But essentially, what's going to happen is it's going to break the signal... Well, it's going to trigger these. Then, with the the sticky piston there, it's going to shoot that out of the way. So that way the signal stops for a moment. And then everything just reverts back to normal. This is how we're going to automate things. So anything that does break among the End Lilies, that is, what we do is we just take these for now. Shouldn't need all of them, but we're still going to use quite a bit of them. Okay, the water here has been broken. I mean, kind of makes sense. We kind of busted the water a little bit. Oh, great. Alright, so there's a bit of scuff here. That's fine. It's probably because the observers are not expecting, like, water updates to happen. So we gotta be really careful here. We essentially gotta make sure the water is not going to be destroying this thing here. I am a little worried that this system might end up going on the fritz if this continues, but we should be fine, I think. I'm hoping. There we go. Now this should, in theory, work. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to start placing the bits here. There we go. What we'll also do is we'll probably... Yeah, so we're going to introduce glowstone every block here. So we're going to need more glowstone, obviously. That shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, we got some more glowstone, so it's not like we're lacking. There we go. Just make a bunch. 23 should do it for now. And all we gotta do is just light up these things in every off corner here. Like so. And we should be good. Alright. Now, once every minute, these pistons will proc off. And anytime there is a lily pad that breaks here, these observers are going to break them by using the bottom listing. And they'll just continue to do that indefinitely. For now, though, let us focus on the main task at hand, which is making yet another row and introducing even more. Because that was the key component that we needed to cover, basically. We've done these bits now. Now we just need to do the rest. But I am confident this sort of design is honestly the best we can come up with regarding how we're going to deal with this mechanism. This is the... I wouldn't say this is the most... I wouldn't say this is the best design out there. But this is a design, I will say. I'm sure what you could probably do to make this more efficient is you could probably get rid of the pistons and probably take advantage of, say, I don't know. You could, honestly, you probably could, instead of using a full-on piston, you probably could use a... Well, you could probably sack the redstone links here. And instead of just using a normal piston, you could probably use one of those... you could probably use a mechanical piston, is what I'm trying to say. And you could have that singular piston move forward. And then destroy all the crops there, and then move back in an instant. It's tempting, I'm not gonna lie, but... I think I could do better. Besides, at that point, I might as well do the same on the bottom, and that's just a whole other, you know, bag of beans that you really don't want to get into. This is just convenient in my eyes. This'll work. Now, for the duplicate. So all we gotta do is just copy the design a few blocks over on this side, essentially. So from the back, it's 1, 2, 3 until we get to the redstone link. So 4 is going to be the focus for observers. So we need to get our observers out, which should be in here. Yep. So we need to go 4 blocks out, essentially. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Alright, let's hop over. Okay, so this is the 4th block. And where we're going to start the next chain of madness. Okay, so we need to, on the 5th block here, make sure we've got a fitting hole here. And then we just continue to build along here. Which is actually going to be removed because we do need these for pistons. Okay, so we put that there, remove that, remove this, and then we remove the middle block here, which is going to be used for water. We'll line up the dirt like so. But we're probably going to dig into it anyway, so we're just setting up the frame, basically. Alright, well, let's see. It's... So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, observers go here. Here we go. And we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to need 7 observers. Okay, so we can easily make that happen, but before that, we're going to get some rest. So that way we can set things up for tomorrow. Okay. We go over to here. And let us begin. Okay. So from here, what we do is we are going to go back and set up the next bit of the farm. Right, we need more observers, so we're going to need 7 of those. So let's get some observers. Seven. There we go. Cool. Alright, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be a water spout, so we'll leave that. Shouldn't need this dirt here, so we're just going to close this off, like so. And there we are. And the pistons are going to go there, so we're going to need pistons up the wazoo. Do we have plenty of pistons left? I do think we do. We do not. I don't think. Nope. Nope. Oh, no, we got 35. Okay, cool. They were just in here. I just didn't see them originally. Okay, so we're gonna get these pistons on the bottom here. Like so. Then we place in some dirt here. Break that. And let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there we go. Cool. Alright, design is set. Now we just need to get the other pistons into position. Oh, whoops. Let us get the wrench here. Pick that up. And begin our continued platforming there. There we go. Okay. Now for lighting. For every observer here, we need to put a redstone block, so starting at the end. But either way, we're going to have to break every single bit here, so we're just going to do that. There we go. Now we get the redstone, or the glowstone rather. And every odd block, we just place a glowstone. There we go. And that will set up that. We will get some dirt here. Just clog this off temporarily until we're set. There we go. And probably what we're going to do is we're going to probably have some wood set up. We'll probably move the backpack into a better position. But we're probably going to keep it on this block here. So, yeah, we're going to keep it centralized here. And then, of course, we got to set up the others. So, yeah, this is going to probably set up another set of observers just on this side, and then we'll be good. As for whether I build this machine any bigger, I haven't thought about that yet, honestly, so I'm not going to bother until we're done, so... yeah, we'll worry about that later. For now, I'm more concerned about, you know, dealing with these. Alright, so we're going to start by breaking all this. There we go. We get the end stone. Okay, there we go. 11. So we're getting about 22 crops per, you know, we're getting about 22 crops is what I'm trying to say here. So it's not a bad thing here. Okay, okay, let's take that, and we'll take this and move it over here. Okay, we're also going to need the corner here, temporarily, until we've filled this up. Okay, now we can take these and return them back. Because now we can quickly go over our farm here and just cycle through them. Okay, take that and there. That should cover everything. It does not, but it should cover there. There we go. That should cover every single one, I think. And now we just need to... Oh, we'll need to pick that up. We will need to set up some dirt here. Okay. Alright, take those out. There we go. And now we just take these out. And there we are. Now we can access both the bottom and top. And we should be good. Okay. Now we've just got to decide what we're going to do next. Well, obviously we got to set up the signals, obviously, so that's another thing. So all we got to do is get the redstone links here. Place them along here. We'll place the ones on top here as receivers. Oh, we've run one short, that's fine. We can just take one of these, place it on top. We then get a receiver for Powder of Ender. Well, let's put the Powder of Ender in first, then we'll just turn these all into receivers. There we go. Just get all of these triggered up and ready to go. Like so. And there we are. We just get the wrench, trigger them all into position, and we are good to go. Okay. Sorry. Thought I had that cough under control, but I guess not. But no, in all seriousness, that is another set of things ready to go. We are going to take that one. We'll take the redstone link here, put that over here. We will open our wireless inventory here. Let us get the redstone link hidden in here. And we'll use this as part of the mechanism, so that way we can set up the next set of line of code. And we're going to start using the... We're going to start using the End Lily seeds as part of the code here, so... We start with this and this. Alright, there we go. Then we do the red valve, like so. And let's see. What else can we do here? Well, we can make a blue valve, and that would increase the odds of variability, or however you spell it. What we can do is actually introduce the lily leaves, even, into the design, so we do this. And then we do this and this. And this and this. There we go. So what we do here now is we're going to use copper valves here. And then we are going to use red valves to increase the variety there. There we go. And that just leaves a few more color combinations that we've got to mess up with this Of course, we're going to need more redstone links, so what we got to do is we're going to have to get some more brass, and we're going to convert that into the various machines, but I digress. It's just a whole other cycle that we've got to go through, so let's just grab some brass. We will get a 32 here. There we go. That should be enough for what we're trying to do here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to make more of that machine, but I probably will, to be honest. So we'll see what we come across. Okay, so we're going to put some stuff away. Don't need all that dirt. Don't need the slate or the stone. Alright, we're doing pretty well, I'd say. And we're almost done with the farm, even. We just need to give it a design, and then we're basically golden. Of course, I'd like to probably do a small little row on the back, just so it's uniform and nice, so that way we say we're, you know, covering up our... We're covering up everything. So we do home, we are going to toss those in. Let's type in links so we can make more redstone links. There we go. That's only 2 of the many. Toss those in. There we go. 32. That'll be good. Alright. From there, we have 32, which is perfectly enough for what we're trying here. We're just going to be putting these redstone links here. And there we go. Now we just need to set these up. So we'll just take these off. Alright, so valve, and seeds, which is not on us, but we can easily get some from here. There we go. So it's going to be a double seed here. So bottom, top, it seems. That's easy enough. Okay, so bottom, top, bottom, top. Or is that right? Hold on. Seed on the bottom, seed on the top. Seed on top, yep, okay. So now we put in the valves, which is red and red now. Okay, now we do the next, which is the End Lily leaf, and we don't need the seeds anymore, so... Alright, 1, 2, 1 and 2. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Alright, now we just use the copper valves in this position. We should be good. Okay, so 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. There we go. Alright, the only other thing I've got left for this combination of colors here is that I've got to use the lily pad with the lily seeds. At this point in the build, we've got to decide how far we're going to go, but I digress. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. Okay, so we go 6 blocks out until we're at the endstone layer, so... So wait, 1... Okay, so it's 5 blocks out, actually, so... Well, starting from the outer edge, so 1, 2, 4, 5. So we want the... If we're going to have more, we're going to want to line this up so the endstone is going over here. So endstone should be here. And we want to avoid the redstone links, so yeah. We're going to need to do this. And I guess the endstone goes across here. Actually, no, it goes 1 down. But it does go 5 blocks, so... Okay, so it goes from here, so... This is where the glowstone should be, so... Yep, one lower is this. We get 5 more blocks to work with, essentially. Which works for me. One second. Okay, I'm back. Apologies for the delay. Yeah, no, if you guys haven't already picked up on it, I'm kind of sick, but I'll live. It's not the sort of sickness that I need to go into the doctor for. It's just one of those, you know, typical flus. You gotta... Sometimes you just gotta man through it and just go on your merry way. But I digress. We are going to set up the pistons here. We only need 5 here, actually, for this sort of row here. We're going to get these up. There we go. There we are. Now, what would happen if I were to break this one? It'd probably just be moved over to here, so yeah, so no point in doing anything excess here, so we'll leave that alone. Okay, we'll put the dirt there. Okay, we've got 5 there, 5 there. Okay, cool. We are now going to take the rest of the redstone links here. Put them on top. Have we actually put these bottom things on receive? That is actually a good question. We have not. So that would have bugged if we had not done this. Good thing I remembered. Okay. Alright, these are receivers again. So we put these on receive. And we just need to put the Powder of Ender in both slots. Because this is literally how we, this is literally just giving us the materials needed to make the automation much easier. Alright. Now, we are going to need another set of observers. And we should be good, I think. Because we can place water here. And we should be fine, because the water is just simply just going to go there, and it's going to grow, and we'll be fine, basically. It'll look a bit smaller on the inside, given the design, but we're probably going to have, like, a glass area, so that way we can just hear what's going on. Probably not going to see what's going on. As for whether we build it higher, I haven't decided yet, but we'll think about it, because we're going to need to set up a... We're essentially going to need to set up a conveyor belt that circles around here anyways to transfer the seeds through, because the End Lily seeds are only really good for one thing, and that's just planting. So, we're just going to take advantage of that, essentially. But I digress. Alright, well, looks like it's gonna work well, so I guess we got that advantage going for us. I will plant the End Lily seeds here. And we'll see how things go. Well, we're obviously gonna still need to place in the blocks that are gonna start placing these mechanisms, obviously, but that is a given. How am I going to do this? What I'm thinking of is I'm going to get the Yeah, hold on. Let me just put this stuff away. Hold on. Put these away. Turn that off. Yeah, turn off the filter. Oh. Well, at least I got creepers turned off, so that's good. Thankfully is the filter on? I don't think it is. No, but we do need to turn it off. There we go. There we go, that organizes things. Put those away for now. We are going to need to set up these things here. Thankfully, the pistons are not going to get into the way with the design that we have in mind, so that's good. We just need to worry about our own thing. So we're just going to close this off. Okay, so for this, we just need to put in glowstone here, here, and here. Then we take a bucket. And all we gotta do is just duplicate this design here. We'll take the halves here just to make it happen. Here we go. And there we go. Now we got plenty of buckets to utilize this. And honestly, it's just going to automate itself for the most part, but I digress. We should be able to make this quite easily. We just need 5 observers, and we should be able to make this work. Okay, 5 observers. This is probably one of the crudest designs that we've made in one of our designs, but whatever. It kind of needs to be done this way. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. Okay, so this would be 3 blocks in, so now all we need is the redstone links here, which will process a signal of their own. And we just need to put 5 of these guys on, which we take that off, put these on the bottom with a receiver. There we go. And now we need to decide on the design here, which is probably going to be... which is probably going to involve, obviously, these. So that'll cover for 2, I guess. And I guess I'll just have to figure out the other 3, so... the easiest way would be to end leaf here, and then double seed here. And we will finalize it off with... Well, let's see. Do we have anything specific in our inventory that we could use? We could make another wheel. We could make another copper valve. Hold on, hold on. Let's see. We've got some blue stuff, but... I think, yeah, no, lapis is going to be our best friend here. To make blue dye. Okay, we take the blue dye, we take that, and we take the copper valve here. Then we make a blue copper valve. And this will be the recipe designed to mix and match. So we do this, this, and double. There we go. So 1, 2, and double. And then we take the End Lily leaf, and let's see. So End Lily leaf, and then seeds. So 1, 2. So 1, 2, and then seeds in the opposite. Like so. There we go. And as a result, we are left with a design that is Frankenstein in nature, but in practice is going to be a very fantastic design that is going to help us immensely. But I digress. It's only really going to work once we start the machine off, really, so that is just going to be something we're just going to have to accept as we ultimately see if this is going to work, because I have no idea if it is. Well, regardless, we've managed to get the backpack set up at least, so there is that. We're probably going to have to move this design here so that way we can get a cable to this backpack, being the core of this mechanism. We'll put a block there. We're going to take this out. There we go. We are going to face it this way, specifically. And this machine should work. The only other thing we need now is just to automate it, and that is going to be a fairly simple process, I think. We are just going to need a source of power, which should be easily accessible by using water wheels in a sideway formation, which we'll probably do 2 for this, because we're going to be using quite a bit of power here. We're going to need deployers here, which are going to be stationed atop here. We're going to face them all on top of these for now. In the meantime, like so. There we go. We'll probably have to set up some mechanism to go into there and then set these guys up here. Like so. And then we do these, which are going to rotate. I think we have just barely enough for what we're trying to accomplish here. Now, all we need to do is just set everything up. Alright. I'm going to take the majority of the End Lily seeds here. We are going to start filtering these guys out as the only thing that they are going to be carrying. There we go. And as for how the belt is going to go, I have no idea. I'm probably going to need andesite cases, obviously. And the andesite is going to pick up onto seeds, obviously. And they're going to just make it work, I guess. Okay, maybe the back. Okay, so okay, so maybe not that way. Okay. That points it in that direction then. Alright. Now we just gotta flip these around. There we go, and there. That'll get the rotation for that going. And what we're probably going to be doing here is we're going to do a... Honestly, what we could probably do is even go as far as to say... Yeah, so what we can do is... Where is it? Not andesite encased shafts, but we need chain drives, I believe. But if we get enough chain drives, what we could probably do is we could rotate the signal enough to where we're just going to get a chain drive that honestly just goes down. We should be fine. Okay, so we need an encased chain drive here. That's going to require some shafts, which we could easily make. We'll just make a stack here, just so we can make these. We're going to make 24 for now. We don't need that many, after all. So what's going to end up happening is, what I think is going to happen anyways, is we are going to do this. And then we rotate it like this. Then we do this, and this. And then finalize with this, and this. It is such a simple design, but it's effective in our means. Now, all we gotta do is just rotate these. Like so. Oh, whoops. Get rid of the torch. And we just rotate these all like so. Because all of them are fit for design. And now, all we need to do is just repeat the design that we did here. Okay, I think we just got it in the right direction. Alright, so all we gotta do is do this. And what did we do again? Yeah, we rotated it, didn't we? So, we take this, we're gonna do this, there we go. Take that with us. From there, we take the encased chain drive, we do this, and then finalize with this. There we go. Simple enough. And it shouldn't affect anything that we do here, so it should be good, I think. Oh, okay, so we can do this simple here. There we go. There we are. And they all point down. There we go. But yeah, no, everything will point down now. And the only thing we've really got to do is provide it power, which honestly is as easy as just putting windmill or water mills down below here. Which we are going to need to get a encased chain drive down. So how do we get the encased chain drive to face downward? Yeah, no, the encased chain drive doesn't really do down, I think? Oh, no, it does, if you do a right rotation here. So, we do this. There we go. Now it can go downwards into the soil here. And then we can do another encased chain drive, and that should provide proper rotational value for everything. There we go. That works. Okay, we're gonna need to go down a bit, but that's fine. And we can make it as powerful as 2, because we're gonna need some power for the... We're gonna need some power for the belt itself, which is going to probably go around on the inside here. And we are going to have... Well... No, if we go on the inside, it's just gonna get clogged up by this encased chain drive, isn't it? So, not the best choice. Oh, whoops. I forgot to unmute myself. My bad. So, to give you a rough estimation, we did get everything ready. We just need to set up the... Yeah, we just need to set up the cable, or the shaft going down. Then we just unfurl this, and then we'll be good. From there, though, all we need to do is... I think we're going to be relying on chutes here in order for us to drop from belts, I think. But I'm not 100% certain. Let's see. Alright, no. Okay, no, we're not going there. Okay, no. Okay, yeah, we can send them through chutes there, but I want to filter out things from the bottom of the belts. Hold on. There might be a way. Hold on. What was it? It was a conveyor belt? No, it's called a mechanical belt. Well, I mean, we got it in our inventory, so we'll just do it that way. There we go. Okay. Yep, there you go. Right-clicking two shafts with the belt will connect them together, as expected. Accidental selections can be cancelled with a right-click while sneaking. Obvious. Additional shafts can be added throughout the belt, which is good. That'll help us allow rotational pull through everything. And you can remove added shafts with a wrench. And you can color the entire thing if you want for aesthetic purposes. This is useful when you want to organize things openly. But now we need to figure out, yeah. You can go diagonal. They connect diagonally, even vertically. Yep. We've actually seen that in an instance. Oh, they can also... Interesting, they can do it horizontally as well. These are all the possible directions. Belts can span any length between 2 and 20 blocks, as expected. Okay. Moving belts would transfer items and other entities, which is something we already know. Right-click with an empty hand to take the items off a belt, which we do know. And let's see. Oh, these are new. Brass or andesite casings can be used to decorate mechanical belts. Interesting. A wrench can be used to remove the casting. Okay. But it doesn't reveal how you're supposed to, you know, remove it from the belt and put it into an item. Andesite tunnel. What's that? Andesite tunnels can be used to cover up your belts. Okay. Whenever an andesite tunnel has connections to the sides, they will split exactly one item off any passing stacks. The remainder will continue on its path. Interesting. So that'd be a very good way to input items to certain areas. Alright, well, that's interesting to know, but not really useful for us right now. Let's see. Will I be able to shoot something out of a belt from the bottom, though? I mean, I know I can shoot things out this way, obviously. Maybe that is a solution. What we do is, we take a... we'd need to get a chute in there, but I don't think the chute's the right option, though. Okay, hold on. Let's think. Okay, so how do we... Alright, let's go by deployer. Let's see. Alright, let's see what we can do with the deployer specifically. There we go. Given rotational force, the deployer can imitate an interface. It will always interact with the position 2 blocks in front of itself. And it will not be obstructed by blocks in front of it, which is good to know. It can place blocks, use items, activate blocks, harvest blocks, and attack mobs. Good. Items can also be inserted automatically. Okay, good. And they carry a filter slot. When a filter is set, it activates only when holding the matching item. Only items matching the filter will be used, basically. Good. And non-mechanical matching items will be extracted. This does mean that I'm going to need to extract the items as well, so... Oh... That might be a problem, then. I might... Wait, actually, hold on. That actually isn't a problem, because I can, Oh, God. I've unintentionally solved my problem for myself, because the deployers actually interact with the second block always. So I can actually... Oh, no, wait, I can't, because of the piston. Oh, no. Oh, God, I'm in a bind now. Oh, boy. How am I going to trigger the observers, then, if that's the case? Well, it's not like the observers have to be here, right next to crops anymore. Because the key thing with this design is that I need to detect the items themselves, not the observer, basically. So what I can do instead is probably take the observers and face them one block forward, or one block back even. Or maybe even not even that. Like, I could probably lift things up a little bit and probably face them downward instead, as they are facing andesite blocks. Yeah, so what I can do here is I'm going to need a bunch of andesite depositors, but I can make this work. Hold on. So give me a second while I set this up. Let's see. We're going to need our but we're going to need our wireless crafting grid. We're going to need andesite funnels here in bulk. We are lacking dry kelp. Maybe I can fix that. Let's see. Do we have any dried kelp on us? Nope. But I can get some dried kelp quite easily. Alright, so the easiest way to go about this is getting some kelp. We'll just get 6 stacks. This should be enough. And I think all we need to really do is just go into here. And we just need to toss the kelp in. And we're just going to toss these all into the belt here. There we go. Ow. Toss these as far as I can in. Alright, well that's not going to work. Okay, that's fine. I can easily just go up into the system here and just do this way. Okay, all we gotta do is we just gotta go to this bit here. Slide our way over here. And just toss the rest in. There we go. Done. And then we should have a bunch of dried kelp. I think, anyways. Yep. we got a bunch of dry kelp, and we just need to pick it up. Okay. There we go. We'll let those dry on their own terms. I'm probably going to have to get a filter for this, but that's fine. That is something I was kind of expecting with these things, to be honest. But I will take that there. And you know what? I don't need any more than that, so we'll leave that alone. Alright, let us get our machine here. We're going to obviously recharge, so let us do that first. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make some more millionaire shortbread, probably. Because we have run out, or ran low, basically. Shouldn't be too hard to handle. We're just going to put those away. Put the kelp away, I guess. Let's put the blue valve, the redstone dust. Let's get rid of the redstone link. Powder vendor can go for now. Alright, we don't need the pistons. We'll keep the deployers just in case. There we go, and let us make some millionaire shortbread. Because we're going to need more food. Alright, a stack of 64, there we go. And that is our food problems resolved for a while. Because we are not fighting, we don't necessarily need to use a lot of it, so it's more so just running amok and trying to find out our solution to our problem. But anyways, for now, we are going to try and figure out how we're going to handle this. So, in order for us to make this work, we're going to need an andesite funnel here. And we're going to need an andesite funnel here. And we want these funnels to go in, and these to go out. So what's probably going to happen is there's going to be a belt that leads into these, each and every single one. It's going to take one seed every single time, and it's probably going to be an endless cycle more than anything. And that is just going to rinse and repeat as these andesite funnels drop whatever item is coming in. But because of its dropping items, and it's going to be a constant effort, it's going to drop, and then the backpack's immediately going to pick it up. To which end, we are going to take the observer here, and we're going to face the observer upwards, which is going to require some leverage here. There we go. And once the observer detects that sort of movement, it's going to trigger the redstone link here, which is going to send a signal over to here, which is currently a normal valve and a seed. So we're going to need to make another we're going to need to make a valve, and we're going to need the key ingredients here, so we'll take the blue valve with us. We're going to need the... We're going to need a normal valve here, so a copper valve here. There we go. Now we get the rest of the ingredients, which is in here. So we get a singular end leaf. And we get this. There we go. We'll organize these just so we can. And then we should be good because, well, it's going to drop everything we... No, wait, hold on. It's just going to be placing, right? Yeah, no, these are going to be placing. They're not going to be destroying. Never mind. Okay. So, no, I don't even need to do this. This isn't a problem. I'm going to take these out. And we just need to revert this back in. I almost made a horrifying mistake. Or a horrifying error in judgment. Okay, so... Okay. I'm getting a bit nerve-wracked because this might or might not work. So it's a whole guessing game here to see if I'm right or I'm wrong. Okay, signal set. And the andesite funnels is obviously going to be set, so that's a given. All I would really need to do is just send the seeds up into this belt every now and again, and just have it funnel in and out. And what's probably going to happen is there's going to be a belt here. Yeah, the belt's probably going to go here. And it'll turn over and turn over. Yeah, that'll be easy. So, take the andesite funnels. And we just need to make a bunch more, basically. So, let's get to it. Oh, sorry for that. Alright, let's get back into it. Okay, so I have no idea how many I need, so I'm just gonna make... I'll just make 48, just to be certain. I'm not 100% certain, but whatever. I gotta make a bunch of andesite funnels here, so this is just gonna funnel in the seeds. So I'll just be taking advantage of that, basically. And because these are andesite funnels, they're only going to, at minimum, put in one seed per time. So, yeah. We just need to revert it to down. And it should be good to go. Yep, basically just get everything going down, and we should be good. And if I'm correct in this, because I put a filter on every single one of these, I believe, which should show if I'm careful about it. Yeah, it shows that. Okay, so currently it has no seed. So right now it shouldn't be holding anything, which is true. There's nothing, well, there is stuff there, but if I huck a seed through here, yeah, it's going to drop in. Oh, no, wait, it's not even going to drop in, actually, because the backpack picks it up. Let us take off the magnet for now as I test this. Okay, we toss in a single seed there. There we go. And it holds the seed. Perfect. You can have your advanced magnet upgrade back. There we go. And yeah, now we just need to... Well, we just need to give this power, obviously, so that's going to be a given. So yeah, once we give this power, we can turn this thing on, and then it's just going to be running indefinitely. We will need to obviously set up the design here, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, we just rotate it like so, and we're good. We just give these guys multiple sets of power that we can send it through, and we're good. Obviously, we're going to need belts, so we're just going to set those up. So we're going to get these shafts, we're going to get the mechanical belts here. And what we're going to do here is going to set a belt, probably... So yeah, we're going to have a belt here. Well, actually, no. We need to set up a belt here. And then we need to set up the end here. There we go. That way we can start turning the items through to here. Not there, but here. Then we can rotate it all the way from here. There we go. And then we rotate it this way, which will get the belt going over here. Which we will then probably just... Honestly, we put it on a loop, I think. Either that, or we make it a point to drop in, like, I don't know. Every minute we drop in, like, a... Well, maybe not every minute, but... I mean, if this is going to run off a minute, then we might as well run off a minute on the other thing, right? We'll have to see how things fare, ultimately. But what I do here is I set the cable up here. Then I rotate it. Like so, and there we go. So basically we have a mechanical belt that runs through across here. We do the same here. There we go. Same to here. And finally, we go all the way over to here. And there we go. That'll have like a circular motion going for the entire thing. And honestly, what we could probably do is... Yeah, what we could do is, honestly, just take this. Oh, no, wait. It's already there, so I think I can make this work. So, do this. Now, if we get the wrench. There we go. We'll just wiggle that through, then we will get the shaft. Link that there, and do the same exact thing on this end. There we go. Turn that to the side. Oh, and because it's already set, there we go. We don't even need to do any changes here, because it'll do the changes for us. Alright. What's next? We are going to need to... God. Man, I don't know what to do from here, but we are going to need to give it power. That's a given. And we're probably going to need to get it running, I guess. That's the biggest step of any machine, isn't it? But I mean, once it's running and the minute comes off, like, it's going to go nuts, I imagine. But, yeah, first let's get the belt running, I guess, and, well, let's get this entire machine running, I should say. And then we'll go from there. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we just get some shafts here, because that is the key requirement here. That will close that off, so that way we don't have to worry about the water. The same case is going to be here. Like so. Okay. And because it's 3 blocks in, we should be able to... Yeah, we can just build here, so there we go. We can get the encased chain drive to face this way and face upwards. And then we can just have the rotation go from there. We just need to set up some water wheels here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the best part is I don't have to move too much around with this design. Oh, whoops, I've buggered that. Okay, so I guess I can close this off by using some water. There we go. Now all we gotta do is just cut these bottom bits out, and we should be good. And yes, I'm intentionally ignoring coal. I don't need it. It's honestly obsolete to us at this point. As for the rotational pull, I guess we just keep it the same. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're gonna do it this way because it's just gonna be easier for us in the long term. I'll get the 6 buckets ready. So all we need to do is just go to a water source. We've thankfully got a river here, so we'll just take advantage of that. There we go. And to think we haven't even built the frame of this entire thing yet either. Jeez. Hopefully, though, these guys don't become a problem. Because I'm going to get annoyed if they start, you know, going to places they're not supposed to. For now, though, let us get 12 water wheels, because this is going to be necessary. Okay, we're going to get 6 water wheels. Okay, that's 5. That is 6. Alright, let us put the dirt in here. And for now, we are going to set up a dirt block here. And honestly, we should be just good to use this now. 3, 4, 5, and 6. All we need to do now is just set up this, which is as easy as just doing this, to close it off, to give it full power. Alright, we close off the side here to make it less annoying. And it's just going to rotate like that and provide power. Alright, we're going to remove the one here temporarily. Oh no, we need that one. Alright, we'll remove this one then. And that's going to provide rotational pull. It's going to be slow, but still it's going to be useful. And now all we need to do is just dirt it up here. There we go. And now, when we are ready to utilize the system, we just need to place a bit here, and then it's going to connect. There we go. To that end, it's probably going to start rotating everything, so let's actually see. It is overstressed, as I predicted. So we didn't have enough power, obviously, so that's going to have to wait until we get the next water wheel in. So, as to be expected, we are going to need more. So we're going to go to the wireless crafting grid here. We are going to get some more dirt. So we go into crafting grid, dirt. Grit is not what we need. We need dirt. We'll just get 2 stacks. That should be enough for what we're trying to do. Quickly terraform everything back into its original place. That way I can, you know, work on this quite easily. There we go. And how far did I go for this one, did I? I went as far as above the line of the end stone, so dig there. So 1. Okay, so basically down here. Okay, so this is basically... Right. Okay, so this is... Okay, so if we go here, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is 6 then, so we take that. And we're just gonna clear that up. Oh, as expected, we just make a mess. There we go. Thankfully, dirt is easy enough to clear up. Alright, there we go. To that end, we are going to set up the dirt here. 6 dirt, there we go. We're then going to set up the water wheels here. I should probably do the right rotation. So, shifting. Oh, no, wait, I can't do that way. I actually have to do it the other way, so... Can't be done this way, but we can do it the other way, so... Like so. There we go. And then we take a case chain drive here, rotate it, and we rotate it upwards, so that way we can get the connector there. But before we move on, we are going to need to get 6 more buckets, so that way we can get the rotational power we need. And hopefully, with this many buckets worth of power, or at the very least, this much buckets worth, which is probably going to be 12 water wheels worth, this should be enough power to power this entire thing. I am hoping. If it's not, I'm going to be shocked, but not surprised. Okay, there we go. Now we get 3. There we go. Here comes 4. We then do 5. And finally, once we get the 5th, there we go. And then we do the 6th. And they go right there. And we're good. All I've got to do is just cover the bottom. Like so. Close the top there, because we don't need any excess. And all we gotta do is just connect these, which is gonna freeze the entire thing, obviously. But that is why we have another connector here. And there we go. Okay, that forces everything into working condition. Thankfully, it seems like everything is working in order, so that's good. That does mean I'm going to need to figure out a way to connect these, though, because we've only got one of the 4 belts connected. Which isn't exactly what we want. We wanted all of them connected, so... Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to connect these. Well, the easiest way is literally just gears, but I'll figure out a way. The point is that we are basically almost done, even, I think. Okay, How do I want to move from here? Well, obviously, we're going to need to get the belt working, so that is a given. So, in order for this belt to get working, we're going to need to connect these, so... To save ourselves some time, I'm just going to be using a big gear trick that I like. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a big gear here. We're going to do a big gear here. And that is not going to work for what we're trying. There is an alternative trick, though. So we just take the shaft here. Alright, we take the shaft there, we do a shaft here. And then it will begin to rotate in that direction, which is not what we want. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that works. Okay, yeah, no, this should work. Should it not? So if I put that into here, there we go. Oh no, it's going the wrong direction, period. Oh, okay, so that's a problem. Yeah, no, if, we need to rotate this in the right... Okay, so we have the wrong direction, basically. So what we need to do is we need to rotate the direction in a different way. So what we need to do is... Okay, so yeah, no, this needs to go the opposite way, so... Either I rotate the water wheels, which I'm not doing. I think the only alternative is I take some of the drives. Well, no, I can actually just do a quick fix here. So all I gotta do is just break the chain here. Okay, we do the same here. And I do this. There we go. Now what I do is I quickly get a... I'm going to need this. Okay, so we need to get our hands on 2 gear shifts, I believe. Okay, so 2 gear shifts. And the gear shifts are going to be used with levers. So we take some sticks, we take some cobble, get 2 sticks, or 2 levers rather. We then take the lever here, and we connect it here. We make sure it's in the wrong direction there. We are going to intentionally break this one because we do not want the sequence to break. We turn this on its reverse polarity, and then we do a shaft here. There we go. That reverses the entire polarity of the machine without breaking the power, and ultimately it's going to go in the right direction, which is the good thing. Saves us a lot of trouble of having to, you know, go through multiple steps. Give me a moment. Apologies for the delay. I am back. Alright, so we've got the right rotational pull here now. So all we've got to do is just get that rotational pull on every single side. So we do this, and it's going to rotate in the right direction. So all we got to do is this, and rotate it in the right direction. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's going to rotate in the right direction. Then we do the exact same thing on this side, like so. And then it's going to rotate in the right direction. There we go. And we do the exact same thing on the end here. And then it will all just unite in one glorious loop. And we're just going to do this, because we can. Because we might as well just make it look good by doing it that way. That does mean we are going to need some more shaft, though. So we're going to quickly get those ready. Okay, we go into here. How many we got? We've got 40, so we can easily take 20. And we should be good here. Alright. The only other thing we've got left to do is just set things up. There we go. That gets that shaft set. We will then do the same exact thing here. Done. It doesn't necessarily have to be this way, it's just how I'm designing it. Besides, it looks nice. This is our prototype after all, so it's kind of necessary that we, you know, make it look good like this. But I digress. All we gotta do now is, if I'm correct in this, I should be able to drop an entire stack here, and it's gonna slowly siphon out through this belt. And it should, hold on, let's actually check to see if we can... Let's see, let's see. Minimal. That's fine. We can't see what's going on, but... Oh, we can actually. So yeah, assuming this works, it's going to take those seeds that we've just dropped onto the belt, and it's going to just funnel them across and distribute them all across the board. Which means our efforts are quite great. There we go. I had to deal with them. They were starting to annoy me. So much for not being a non-violent farmer, but whatever. I can't be bothered with the traders. They're just annoying. But I digress. We have now set up everything that we need in order for this to be automated. And hopefully, with what I have set up on the top, this is going to work. But I assume it will. So, all we really need now is a singular redstone and we're good. Oh, but before that, we are going to get some rest. Because nighttime is not a fun time to deal with wraiths. So, yeah. Well, specters, but I digress. Oh, there we go. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Now, if we go all the way down, and we go into the mechanism that we've just created, which is looking pretty dapper, if I must say so myself. Oh, right, we need a redstone. So what we do is we simply go and get our wireless crafting grid. We get some redstone, specifically a single redstone here. And with this single redstone piece, we place it there. It's going to trigger in a minute. And once it does, every single machine is going to activate, and it's going to basically automate the End Lily seeds. And yeah. I mean, that's the mechanism. And probably we're going to wrap it off here. I did want to do some semi-automation today, but I'll be honest, I'm not feeling well, so I'd like to just wrap it up here and just be done with it, but I mean, hey, We managed to do some sort of automation here, and I think I've done it in such a way where we are slowly just going to introduce those End Lily seeds in. If I did it wrong, well, I guess I'll just have to use some shoots or something, but I'll figure it out as we go. It's fine. But hey, I mean, worst case if I did fail at it, well, there you go. It's just done it. I think it has basically done everything. It just needs to place these, don't it? The problem is the water. Oh, lovely. Okay, so there is a bit of gimmicks that we will need to work out. The obvious thing is probably going to be, well, it's probably going to be just this thing that is, the constant placing and all that. But we'll work it out tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow, but we'll work it out next time. The point is that we got a design that might work. We just need to tinker with it, and then we'll be good. But hey, I digress. We managed to make a machine that's somewhat on par with it. I mean, it did manage to collect all the... Oh. God, that scared me. I keep forgetting it's so noisy. Let's just cut off the signal for now. But yeah, no, we managed to make this End Lily farm, and I'm quite satisfied with it. The only thing we have to worry about is obviously the water placement, but we'll try and figure out a solution to that problem soon. That shouldn't be the biggest concern on our minds, though, simply because I could probably... Honestly, what I could probably do is I could probably cut out some redstone or glowstone there, and I can make like a well, maybe not 3x3, but we'll arrange something. We'll figure out something to get the water going back again. But I digress. I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you guys like my stuff, support me on YouTube by liking, subscribing, commenting, and hitting the bell notification. Every little bit is appreciated, and I really do appreciate you guys coming on and watching my stuff. For those of you on Twitch, if you want to support me, the best way you can do is follow or watch my streams. Every little bit is appreciated, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, because while we haven't completely finished it, we have the foundations for an End Lily farm, and I'm quite confident that if we tinker with it, we'll be able to maximize its design. I do think that there is a few flaws in this design, so next stream we'll be just working out the kinks. And we'll have to figure out about the water situation, but, I mean, we have infinite water. I mean, we can quite literally just faucet out water with ease. I think the biggest concern I have is that we're not going to have enough light in this area, but we should be able to make enough room for it, so worst case I'll just rework the glowstone somewhere else, probably on the bottoms there, and just have, like, I don't know. I'll have, like, water placers or something, I don't know. The point is I'll figure something out. And, hey, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's just how it goes. But I digress. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I'll see you guys next stream. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.